Good morning, my YouTube viewers. It is Crystal here, and I'm just here this morning because I wanted to make you another video. And in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to create a hypergeometric distribution in Excel. And so a hypergeometric distribution is not to be confused with a geometric distribution, which is what I covered in my last video. So what you have to do in the hypergeometric distribution, the first thing that you have to do is you have to put the number of successes in a sample, and that's going to be in column A, cells A3 to A13. Then you have to enter the sample size. You enter the number of successes in the population, because there's a difference between a sample and a population. The population is the entire batch of names or entire batch of data, whereas a sample is just a sample of that. And then you put the population size. So in this particular exercise, we had the number of successes in the sample was from 0 to 10. The sample size was 20. The number of successes in the population was 30, and the population size was 60. If you want to check the hypergeometric PDF, and the PDF is a probability distribution function, you use the hypergeom.dist function in Excel, and it's going to be A3, that's your number of successes in the sample, and then you have your absolute references of sample size, number of successes in the population, and the population size. False means it's hypergeometric. And then if you want to see the cumulative distribution, then it's exactly the same as the probability distribution function, except it's going to be true at the end. So if you want to see the cumulative distribution function, it's true, and if you want to see the probability distribution function, it's false. And you can also play around with it. So the sample size is 20. Number of successes in the population is 30, and population size is 60. So we can play around with this just to see how that affects our distribution. And you can see it says number of successes in the population was 15, and that changed it completely. And in here we can say sample size is 15. Again, and then we can say here population size is 30. So that that makes a big difference in what your distribution actually looks like when you play around with the number of successes, sample size, and successes in the population and population size. So we'll say here, and we're just playing around with it just to see what all we can get. If you want to see the distribution that it makes, then you can see using a scatter plot. This is the hypergeometric PDF, and okay, I thought I had changed that. That's your hypergeometric PDF. And then this is your hypergeometric CDF, because the CDF is an accumulation of all the different probabilities resulting in one. So there's your difference between the curve that PDF and the CDF form. And so I just want to show you how you can actually make a chart of your distribution. So first thing that you want to do is we're going to use the PDF. We want to make a chart of the PDF or a graph of the PDF. So what you do is you highlight the cells that you want to make a graph of, and you go insert, and then you can go recommended graphs. So we've already done a column chart, and we've already done a scatter plot. So let's come over here to all charts and see what it says. And we can do whatever we want. Let's try a histogram, see what happens. Well, that didn't turn out very well, because the thing about the histogram is when you get into the histogram, you have to change the number of bins. So maybe a histogram is not a good chart this particular instance, because you have to change the number of bins. Try a box and whisker, try waterfall, try a funnel, try a combo, try a tree map, a radar, a surface, stock, a map. We've already done the XY scatter. We try area. So area is one that we can try out. So we'll try the hypergeometric PDF. We click on OK, and you can see you've got an area map here. So we'll put that down there. So you can see that this is your area map. Now if you want to do an area map of the CDF, that's the cumulative, what you do is you highlight out the cells that you want to make a chart of. You do insert, do recommended charts, come over here to all charts, look at the area map. This is your area map. And then so we've got that as well. So we've got three types of charts that I've showed you on the hypergeometric PDF, and you can experiment with the input values and the values in the formula, and you can change the shape of the distribution if you would like to, just to give you some experience. So that's it for creating a hypergeometric distribution in Excel. I hope you like it. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to close this video, but I will be communicating with you in the next video, when we will be talking about another distribution in statistics.